Good evening, India. This is the News Hour. My name is Pranesh. Let's get you started with our top focus. You remember the opposition leaders coming together in what they thought would be a show of strength. Several meetings have happened with top opposition leaders coming together to discuss the 2024 strategy. But the opposition unity is crumbling by the day. And the reason it is crumbling is because the opposition stands divided. At a time when there is a massive slugfest over the Adani Hindenburg row, Sharad Pawar has broken ranks. Someone who's known as the Chanakya of Indian politics has stunned the nation and dealt a body blow to opposition by making some sensational claims in an interview to a private television channel. Breaking ranks with the opposition, NCP chief Sharad Pawar has said that it appears to him that the Hindenburg claims were part of a targeted attack on Adani and that the opposition gave out of proportion importance to this issue. In fact, Pawar said that attacking industrialists like Ambani and Adani to score political points was not right. The veteran politician then went on to say that earlier they were Tata, Birla, and this approach will only impact the country's economy. And despite a war of words breaking out Pawar's remarks, Sharad Pawar has stood by a statement dismissing a demand for a JPC, and he said that Supreme Court formed panel would be any day better than a JPC. The BJP has latched on to the comments made by Sharad Pawar and has said that Pawar has not just exposed the opposition unity but has also held a mirror to the opposition that is using this case to target the Modi government.
मैं तो इस विषय में अंदर में अभी कुछ नहीं कहूँगा क्योंकि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कमेटी बना करके मामला देख रहे हैं, लेकिन मैं इतना कहना चाहता हूँ कि ये सारा मुद्दा राहुल गांधी का अपना पॉलिटिकल करियर को चमकाने के लिए.
आता त्या औद्योगिक समूहाच्या विरोधामध्ये जे लोक आंदोलन करतात महाविकास आघाडीचे, त्यांना हा प्रश्न तुम्ही विचारा, त्यांची काय भूमिका आहे. कारण पवार साहेब जे आहेत ते गेले अनेक वर्ष त्यांना या राज्यामध्ये त्यांनी राज्याचं नेतृत्व केलं आहे, केंद्रामध्ये ते मंत्री म्हणून काम केलेलं आहे आणि त्यांनी ते भाष्य केलं आहे. त्यामुळे जे ज्यांना विरोध करतायत त्यांना तुम्ही हा प्रश्न विचारला पाहिजे.
We are concerned about taking the nation forward. I would only say it's a very sharp divide in the Mahathakbandhan, if I may use that expression.
Congress, that has been at the forefront of raising the JPC demand, leaning to the parliament getting stalled for days altogether, tried to dodge questions on Pawar's statements. The opposition tried to put up a brave face, continued to back the demand for a JPC probe and said that comments were Pawar Senior's personal thought and that their views on this actually differ.
मुझे बिल्कुल भी नहीं लगता कि विपक्षी एकजुटता किसी भी तरह से प्रभावित हो रही है. समूचा विपक्ष एक साथ खड़ा है. इस बार के बजट सेशन में सरकार इसीलिए बौखलाई हुई है, इसीलिए घबराई हुई है और इसीलिए इंटरनेट को कंट्रोल और सेंसर करने की बात हो रही है क्योंकि विपक्ष एकजुट होकर एक मत में मोदी सरकार को घेर रहा है. जहां तक उनके बयान की बात है, वो वरिष्ठ है, उनका बयान हो सकता है. इस देश के लोगों का पैसा डूब रहा है. देश के लोगों के पैसे का सवाल है, ये राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा का सवाल है, ये अनियमितता का सवाल है. मुझे नहीं लगता इसमें मेरा और भी कोई मत है.
I don't want to comment on that issue. I am very thanks for accepting that Karnataka Congress Party has come. I wish him, I need all their men's support in Karnataka.
जरूर शरद पवार साहब की भूमिका गौतम अडानी और उनके ऊपर जो इल्ज़ाम लगे हैं आफ्टर हिडनबर्ग रिपोर्ट, उस बारे में उनकी बात कही. पवार साहब ने ये कहा है कि विपक्ष जेपीसी की मांग कर रहा है, लेकिन जेपीसी से कोई मतलब साध्य नहीं होगा. जेपीसी का चेयरमैन बीजेपी का होता है. जेपीसी के जो मेंबर्स होते हैं वो कमेटी के, उसमें बहुमत बीजेपी का होता है. तो जो उनको चाहिए वही रिपोर्ट वो बना देंगे, लेकिन उसका मतलब ये नहीं कि जो एकजुट है विपक्ष की उसमें कोई दरार आ जाए.
Let's open this up. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Karan Verma, author, political analyst. Brijmohan Srivastav, spokesperson of the Nationalist Congress Party. Sanjay Jha, author. Chandrasekhar Jha, leader of the Shiv Sena. Anirban Banerjee, political analyst, completes the panel. Good evening to all of you. Sanjay Jha, straight question. Is this not a setback for opposition unity ahead of 2024?
Pranesh, not at all. I can tell you that the biggest lexicon in Indian politics, or the vocabulary that's most popular in Indian politics today, is called Modani. And I think the opposition has succeeded in actually exposing this extremely dubious connection between an industrialist who grew from, literally 4.5 billion in 2014 when Mr. Modi became Prime Minister to 150 billion. I mean, this kind of spectacular rise is unprecedented, Pranesh. You know that. And I think this is Mr. Pawar's personal view. He's entitled to it. But I would like to just tell Mr. Pawar and the NCP as well, with due respects to them, that the Hindenburg report has led to a wipe-off of 150 billion US dollars of Mr. Adani's enterprise. And that's a serious, kind of a financial repercussion that cannot be done by a hit job of a research firm. You have a JP Morgan Chase, you have a Citibank, you have Standard Chartered, you have had the Dow Jones, you have so many people. You have Total Energies, one of the biggest companies in the energy sector in France, that has pulled out of the hydrocarbons project with Mr. Adani. You think they would do that if it was a hit job? You think these companies are not headed by professionals who are technocrats and who know their business?
No,
so the
Mr.
bottom line is,
what you are saying should be communicated to Sharad Pawar, not me.
Yeah, so
Somebody...
I don't know what Mr. Pawar's compulsions were, but at the end of the day, I think the Congress is absolutely correct. This matter should be pursued, Pranesh, and I'm telling this with full responsibility on your program. The Supreme Court committee is not got the terms of reference that will investigate into the shenanigans and the fraud that has happened. I'm talking about tax havens, ownership of Vinod Adani. I'm talking about how he has got assets like the Mumbai airport and several places that were raided.
Let's get a response from the BJP. Sanju Verma, what Sanjay Jha is essentially saying that do not get too excited by, comments made by Sharad Pawar. This Adani Hindenburg case needs investigation.
Okay. Pranesh, I heard what the other side had to say. I'll make a few very quick points. Point number one, there are three accusations made by the opposition against the Adani Group. A, they say that there has been stock market manipulation. B, they say that there have been irregular accounting practices by the Adani Group. And three, they say that Adani Group has unsustainable levels of debt. My simple rebuttal is this. As far as irregular accounting practices go, assuming that indeed there are irregular accounting practices, the Registrar of Companies will probe that based on Companies Law 1956 and Companies Law 2013. As far as stock market manipulation goes, let me just tell, through your show, to the audience at large, that look at another company. Let's forget Adani for the time being, Wipro. Wipro recently lost 45% in its market capitalization, almost more than 2 lakh crores. The high of the stock was about 610 rupees, and in the meltdown post the Adani fracas, the stock price of Wipro fell to about 363 rupees. That was a wipeout of 45% in a matter of a few weeks. So stock markets are such, the nature of the beast is such that stock prices multiply in geometric progression, and when the crash happens, it is also equally rapid. So to single out Adani is, complete stupidity. Now the third most important point, which is where the opposition has been taking pot shots at the Modi government and at Adani. I am not a spokesperson for Adani, but because Adani is being used to target Narendra Modi, I have to expose the hypocrisy of the opposition. What is the debt today of Tata Steel? Tata Steel, one of the largest steel manufacturers in the world, the debt of Tata Steel is 88,000 crores. What is the debt today of Tata Motors? Can I just finish, Sanjay Jha, please? What is the debt today of Tata Motors? The debt of Tata Motors today is 57,000 crores. What is the debt today of Reliance Industries, owned by Mukesh Ambani? Do you know something? The gross debt of Reliance Industries is 2.64 lakh crores. What is the debt of Adani? Adani's debt was 2 lakh crores. Out out of which only 80,000 crore
No,
was
I think
money borrowed from
let's
Indian
come back
banks.
on the. No, we've had these debates.
Take the audience for a
I
ride.
understand, Sanju Verma. You come prepared. You have all the numbers. I'm not for a.
Yeah, but they're irrelevant.
Okay, let her. Okay, 10 seconds, Sanju Verma. Go ahead.
Comparing apples and oranges is a waste of
Thank
time.
you. 10 seconds. Sanjay Jha, please hold your horses. You'll get a time to rebut. The point I'm making is that Adani debt was 2.2 lakh crore. Pranesh, out of this 2 lakh crore, how much did he borrow from Indian banks? 80,000 crore. 80,000 crore. Out of which the exposure of State Bank of India, because they said, oh, SBI is going to go bankrupt, हमारा पैसा गायब हो जाएगा. State Bank of India MD and Chairman has said our exposure to Adani is only 27,000 crore, which means only 0.8% of our loan book.
Okay, I'll have to tell our viewers about some breaking inputs coming in as we speak, Sanju Verma. If you look at the screen closely, a leader of the Congress party, Alka Lamba, is already calling names to Sharad Pawar. Congress going after the NCP boss. Alka Lamba says Pawar is greedy. Those greedy praising the despot. Now let me bring in Brijmohan Srivastav. Srivastav ji, ये देखिए कांग्रेस पार्टी क्या कह रही है पवार साहब को. सर आई थिंक
साहब का नाम लिया, बताइए, पढ़िए ना. आपके चैनल पर अगर आप इस तरह की गलत जानकारी देंगे तो अच्छा नहीं लगता. हाँ, पढ़िए. अलका लांबा जी ने अपनी बात कही है और उन्होंने फोटो बताया जिसपे 2 लोग बैठे हुए हैं. ये तो अलका लांबा जी को बताना पड़ेगा इनमें से किस व्यक्ति के लिए बोल रही है. मैं ऐसा क्यों मानूं कि वो मेरे आदरणीय नेता के लिए उन्होंने कोई बात की है. उस फोटो में कोई एक दूसरा व्यक्ति भी बैठा है. हो सकता है ये सारे उनके जो विचार है उस व्यक्ति के लिए हों.
नहीं, हो सकता. अगर आपको बुरा नहीं लग रहा तो मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. आप दोनों एक दूसरे को गाली दीजिए, मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
नहीं सर, आपने कैसे इंटरप्रिटेट कर दिया कि ये बात
मैंने तो आपसे सवाल पूछा श्रीवास्तव जी.
मैं
अब आपको जो बोल रहा है आप उसको उस पे गुस्सा नहीं हो रहे, आप तो मुझ पे गुस्सा हो रहे.
नहीं हो रहा. मैं गुस्सा नहीं कर रहा. मैं तो आपसे कह रहा हूं, आपने जो इंटरप्रिटेट किया कि ये बात
मैंने तो आपसे सवाल पूछा क्योंकि मुझे लगा ये शरद पवार के लिए है, लेकिन अगर आपको नहीं लगता तो ठीक है.
मैं आपको वही करेक्ट कर रहा हूं. मैं आपको वही करेक्ट कर रहा हूं कि आप अपने परसेप्शन को अपने तक रखिए, इसको पूरे देश के सामने मत परोसिए.
अच्छा, अब मैं आपको सीधा सवाल पूछता हूं. शरद पवार ने जो बोला वो क्या था? परसेप्शन था, पॉलिटिक्स था, पोस्चरिंग था, क्या था वो?
देखिए, पहले तो आप शरद पवार के लिए सुन लीजिए. शरद पवार जी इस देश के वो नेता हैं जो पार्टी लाइन से बाहर जाकर हमेशा देश हित की बात करते हैं. और देश हित की बात करते समय वो इस बात का ध्यान नहीं रखते कि कौन क्या बोलेगा और क्या सोचेगा. उन्होंने ये जो बात कही है, एक देश के एक जो उद्योगपति है, खाली ये मामला आदरणीय अडानी साहब से जुड़ा हुआ नहीं है. ये देश के हर उस उद्योगपति से जुड़ा हुआ है जो इस देश में इन्वेस्टमेंट करता है. उसके हितों की रक्षा कौन करेगा? क्या बाहर का कोई एक आदमी, बाहर की कोई एजेंसी उन पे उंगली उठाएगी तो क्या हमारे देश में हम उनको मान लेंगे कि वो गलत लोग हैं?
ब्रिजमोहन श्रीवास्तव जी, तो आप जो कह रहे हैं, नहीं, आपने जो शरद पवार के बारे में कहा कि देश हित में बात करते हैं, देश हित में वो जो जवाब दे रहे हैं वो किसको दे रहे हैं? कौन सवाल उठा रहा है अडानी हिंडनबर्ग पे?
उन्होंने अपनी बात रखी है. उन्होंने किसी को जवाब नहीं दिया.
ऐसे थोड़ी आप सवालों से बच सकते हैं. आप सिर्फ इधर उधर की बातें कर रहे हैं. आप बोल रहे हैं कि उस फोटो में मेरे साहब के अलावा कोई और भी है. श्रीवास्तव जी, ये लोगों जनता को तो दिख रहा है ना.
पवार साहब ने अपना स्टेटमेंट दिया.
अपना स्टेटमेंट दिया तो किसी माहौल बना होगा, किसी पे तो स्टेटमेंट दिया कि अचानक उनको सपने में आया कि आज ये बोलना चाहिए.
ना, माहौल तो बन रहा था ना.
तो कौन बना रहा है माहौल? अडानी हिंडनबर्ग पे माहौल कौन बना रहा है?
अब आप मेरी बात थोड़ा शांतिपूर्वक सुनिए. देखिए, पार्लियामेंट के ना चलने के बाद, जब पार्लियामेंट का सेशन खत्म हो गया है, उसके बाद आदरणीय शरद पवार जी ने अपने विचार व्यक्त किए. उस पूरे दौर में जो भी विपक्ष की रणनीति थी, हम लोग उसके साथ काम कर रहे थे. उसमें कहीं किसी प्रकार का कोई ना तो पहले विवाद था, ना आज उसमें कोई डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन है.
डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन, ये तो दो एकदम अलग अलग स्टैंड है. करण वर्मा,
एग्जैक्टली,
ना एनसीपी स्पोक्सपर्सन.
आपको आप जो चाहते हो वो मैं नहीं बोल रहा.
नहीं, मैं कुछ नहीं चाहता हूँ सर. अच्छा, आप बोलिए कि मैंने बोला था पवार साहब से, ऐसा बोल दीजिए आप. आपके हिसाब से तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि मैंने फोन उठाया, मैंने कहा कि मिस्टर पवार, कैन यू डू मी अ फेवर सो दैट आई कैन हैव अ डिबेट एट 9 PM. क्या बात कर रहे श्रीवास्तव जी आप?
देखिए,
प्लीज डोंट डू दिस विद ब्रिजमोहन जी. प्लीज, ब्रिजमोहन जी इज अ वेरी फॉरगिविंग मैन. You know, please don't stretch this, Pranesh. I am feeling bad for Brijmohan ji. Brijmohan ji is like, करे तो करे क्या, बोले तो बोले क्या. अब वो क्या करें?
मैं बोल रहा हूँ,
You know, the fact is, he says Sharad Pawar does
पवार जी
everything
ने
for
बोला, मैं वो
national
बात
interest.
कह रहा हूँ देश के सामने.
He's right.
शर्माऊंगा.
Sharad Pawar did. Now let me speak, please. Sharad Pawar did invent the 13th bomb blast in 1993. He did come up with the false 13th bomb blast. So he does a lot of things for national interest. I don't dispute that. But today, you must understand this, Pranesh. Sharad Pawar is done doing the absurd. I mean, for crying out loud, on 2nd February, Mr. Kharge is on record saying either we want a JPC or a Supreme Court panel to look into it. Now that his demand has been conceded and there is a Supreme Court panel looking into it, he has done a complete 360. How long can Sharad Pawar continue with this rubbish? I mean, can you imagine a Supreme Court panel probe is far, far more full than a JPC. Everybody knows this. But some political parties want this to play out in the theatre of the people because they know if it goes to the Supreme Court, just like Pegasus, just like demonetization and just like Rafale, the Supreme Court will come up with a clear vindication of perhaps the Modi government.
Okay.
Then they can't milk it for political opportunism.
Sanjay Jha
and
is
as
not
we
too
are
impressed
talking
with
this,
what
as
you're
for
saying.
Sanjay Jha, he keeps bashing Adani.
Without the report.
Karan, 1 minute. He has his hand up. Let him come in. Then I'll come back to you. You make your point. Let Sanjay Jha come in on that point that you made in the beginning.
It is very intriguing that all the BJP spokespersons, you have cheerleaders of the BJP, supporters of the BJP like Karan, they all seem to be very convinced that whatever the Supreme Court says, it is bound to be a clean sheet. Those were the words that he uttered. How presumptuous can you be? And I'll tell you why they say that. Because the Supreme Court committee will do
I am saying you're fearing that.
Just a minute. Just a minute.
I am saying you fear that they'll be vindicated and will not be able to make it for
Okay, one after another, please. One after another. Yes, Sanjay Jha.
That's what I'm saying.
Karan, I didn't interrupt you. You're being slightly impertinent this evening. My simple point, Pranesh, is this. Because the BJP and all its supporters know that the Supreme Court is not investigating transactions. This fraud needs a forensic investigation.
No,
how will you know about the
Pranesh?
funds coming into the tax havens in Mauritius or Cyprus? I mean, this will require the CPI, it will require the ED, not 5 members in the committee sitting and passing a legislative framework or how to improve the regulatory performance of SEBI, etc. That is one part of the story. It is not composite. And that's why the opposition is justified. And I'm disappointed because I have a lot of respect for Sharad Pawar ji, that he is actually backing the government. Because this is the same BJP that called the NCP the natural corrupt party.
Sanjay Jha has spoken on the
understanding the pragmatic politics of our time.
Okay, Sanju Verma. Yeah, go ahead. Then I'm coming to you, Anirban Banerjee and Chandrasekhar Jha.
Okay. Thank you, Pranesh. You know, we are having a sane debate for a change. I just want to say a couple of things, Pranesh. You look at the hypocrisy of the opposition, and this point needs to be repeated ad nauseum. They keep saying we want a JPC on Adani, but himmat hai, Adani is investing 60,000 crores in thermal power projects in Rajasthan. If you have a problem with Adani, let Rahul Gandhi ask Ashok Gehlot to cancel Adani's contract in Rajasthan.
If there is corruption,
Now keep quiet, Sanjay Jha, shut up, I did not interrupt you.
What
now,
language?
in Chhattisgarh, Pranesh, let me tell you, it is 60,000 crores that Adani is investing in Rajasthan. In Chhattisgarh, Adani has been given a blanket permission by the Bhupesh Patel government to mine coal from the Chhattisgarh forests. Hey, Himmat,
So cancel the contract. Okay.
Exactly.
To cancel Adani's contract in Chhattisgarh. First, do the
And
needful.
Pranesh, the
Charity
JPC
begins
can
at
investigate
home.
that as well.
Charity
The
begins at
JPC
home.
can investigate that as well.
Cancel
No problem.
contract in Rajasthan.
No, but as a matter of principle, why wait for JPC? If you have, at least you can suspend the contract, Sanjay Jha. I'm only saying, as a matter of principle, one can suspend the contract till the JPC gives it a clean sheet.
Exactly.
I mean,
No,
that's
by
not.
that logic, Mr. Adani will have to put all his operations into
You guys
freeze.
are a bunch of
Because then
hypocrites. When Adani invests in Rajasthan,
Okay.
Singasi.
Okay, let me.
Is that a JPC can look into every.
You want a JPC.
Okay. We'll talk about it when we get there. Now, 1 minute. Sanju Verma, Sanjay Jha, 1 minute. Let me bring in Chandrasekhar Jha. Chandrasekhar Jha, do you remember what Uddhav आपने सेड अबाउट सावरकर, क्योंकि जो एनसीपी के हमारे स्पोक्स पर्सन है बृजमोहन श्रीवास्तव, वो तो शरद पवार ने जो बोला है उसी पे कन्विंस नहीं है। वो कांग्रेस पार्टी ट्वीट पे ट्वीट कर रही है, लेकिन श्रीवास्तव जी बोल रहे हैं कि आपको कैसे पता किसके लिए बोला है, उसके बगल में कौन बैठा हुआ है। सावरकर पे जो उद्धव ठाकरे ने बोला वो किसके लिए बोला था? मिस्टर झा, चंद्रशेखर झा,
आगे चीज समझनी होगी। किस तरीके से ये स्टेटमेंट आया है ये आपको समझना पड़ेगा। सबसे पहली चीज की उन्होंने कहा है कि जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट है उन्होंने एक
नहीं वो स्टेटमेंट बाद में समझेंगे, पहले उद्धव साहब का स्टेटमेंट समझ लेते हैं, फिर उसके बाद आएंगे, एक एक करके अभी करते हैं। बताइए, उद्धव ठाकरे ने जब सावरकर पे कहा तो किसके लिए कहा था उन्होंने?
You've exposed him, Pranesh. He has no answers.
आवाज नहीं जा रही है, शायद आपको आवाज नहीं आ रही है या याद नहीं आ रहा है, पता नहीं क्या हुआ। अनिर्बान बैनर्जी पे आता हूं।
एक बात पूछना चाह रहा था।
नहीं श्रीवास्तव जी, देखिए अब आप मुझसे बात मत पूछिए। आप तो
सावरकर से जो है वो सब कुछ जुड़ा हुआ है, तो उस पर जो है वो स्टेटमेंट आया है।
I think we genuinely have a bad audio line with Mr. Jha. Can we try and fix it, Manish? Can we try and fix this line so that we have a debate where there's no glitch? Now, Anirban Banerjee, the opposition stands divided today.
Yes. Look, you have to first understand that there are many parties who stand against the BJP. They have their own differences in many cases, but when you are speaking about the opposition, it's about the people. It's the people who have voted against the BJP in 2014, in 2019, and if you consider the 2019 election results, almost 63% of the total poll went against the BJP. Therefore, it's not just about the opposition parties, it's also about those 63% votes. We have to think about those people, that huge number who will come together in 2024. Probably the percentage will increase who vote against the BJP, and hopefully the opposition parties can reap some political benefits out of it, some electoral benefits out of it. Simply a statement here and there by any political leader which does not which is not in sync with the rest of the opposition parties is not going to derail this campaign, rest assured. And
Pawar is not an ordinary leader, Anirban Banerjee.
Remains is whenever the opposition is asking that, I am not saying he's an ordinary leader, he's a very, very tall leader. Nobody will make a mistake calling him an ordinary leader, but there are various parties, various leaders who won't have a perfectly synced opinion in everything in politics.
I just want to ask you this.
Differences of opinion.
Now,
These
let
are
me ask you
different
this,
parties
Anirban
after all.
Banerjee, let me ask you this. Mr.
Yes.
Srivastav on the panel, Brijmohan Srivastav, the spokesperson of the NCP, says that this comment, like many others made by Sharad Pawar, is in national interest. So if Mr. Pawar is saying that the Hindenburg report was a hit job and this is in national interest, then all the other parties who are saying, ye to Adani has done a hit job, what is in national interest?
The Adani and the BJP duo has done a hit job on the Indian economy. That is the most popular opinion of the opposition, of the people, of the common man.
Okay.
And it is very, very evident.
Is Sharad Pawar part of opposition, or do you consider him BJP ally?
Who is coming? Please don't. No, he is of course very much a part of the opposition. In this case, his tune seems to be a bit different. But what I told you, the 63% of the votes that went against the BJP, they will not be derailed by a single statement here and there. That is not in sync with the others. That is my limited point.
Okay. Limited point. Sanju Verma, you respond, then I am bringing in Mr. Srivastav.
Okay. Now I want to just lay a couple of facts very quickly. First and foremost, your audience needs to know this. And a quick Google check will suffice. In December 2021, the Department of Justice of the United States administration has pressed criminal felony charges against 12 short sellers for naked short selling. Hindenburg is one of them, because naked short selling is not allowed even in the US. So Hindenburg is no Raja Harishchandra, so stop quoting Hindenburg. Point number two, this whole thing then BJP won only 37% of the vote share.
So why is the BJP out there trying to save Adani?
Let me finish. Pranesh,
No, Sanju Verma, why are you so rattled when we are
let her make a
Adani?
Keep quiet. Let me finish.
Are you a spokesperson for the Adani enterprise?
Pranesh, can you please ask this man to keep
Whenever
quiet?
the
I don't want
opposition
to
questions
become
the
impolite.
Adani group, it's
Can
the
you please
BJP
keep
that...
quiet?
Let her make a point. Anirban Banerjee, I'll come back to you. You can say all of this then.
Anirban, please hold your
No, the
horses.
BJP is not the... Is the BJP a representative of Adani Enterprises?
Let her make her point, then I'll come back to you, Anirban Banerjee. You up लिख लीजिए तब तक.
Thank you. Anirban, thank you.
Okay.
Now let me tell, Anirban Banerjee said BJP is scared because we got only 37% of the vote share in 2019. 63% of the people did not vote for us. So let me tell you something. We won 303 out of 543 seats. That is a strike rate of how much, Pranesh? 56%. How much did Trinamool Congress get, Mamata Banerjee get in Lok Sabha 2019? She won 22 seats. That is a strike rate of how much? 4%. So you be happy with your 4%. We are very happy with a strike rate of 56%. And the Congress
I think you
strike
should
rate,
go
by the
back
way,
to your maths
is
classes,
9%.
madam. Strike rate is calculated out of total number of seats contested. Even the BJP did not contest in 543 seats.
Who's in power
The Trinamool
today?
contested in
Okay,
42, they got 22.
Okay, this is
Get your
now
maths
this
right.
is now becoming a
Get
little
your
bit of
maths right,
Pathshala.
madam, get your maths right.
That's a show on our Hindi channel. Okay, but let me bring in Sanjay Jha.
And this arrogance of yours is not going to last.
Let me bring in Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, you know, let's go back to the main point that we're discussing tonight on the debate. Mr. Srivastava, I'm coming to you after this. Anirban Banerjee, Sanju Verma, I'll come back to you. Let me bring in Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, are you? Karan, I'll come back to you. Karan, I'll come back to you. Let me quickly bring in Mr. Jha. You had your hand up. Now you've heard Anirban Banerjee. He says, ये तो इनका personal opinion है. There is no, hit to opposition unity.
Pranesh, there are 18 parties that have been demanding a JPC, and so far it included the NCP. If today Mr. Pawar and the NCP change their mind, it is not the opposition unity that is changed. One of the 18 parties has decided to say that we are happier with the Supreme Court committee. But then end of day, this is the major point.
No, Mr. Jha, but at the end of the day, this is not the only issue. Look what happened to Congress on Savarkar.
Well,
One of your closest ally, newfound ally, the Shiv Sena and Uddhav Thackeray said that if you insult Savarkar, you will snap ties.
Pranesh, can I be very honest with you? There are, when you make an opposition of this kind, the NDA under Mr. Vajpayee had one, Mr. Modi had it, UPA had it. There are certain contradictions. After all, don't forget, we are political competitors in several states. So there is bound to be, just because we are on one common platform on Adani, doesn't mean that we can't differ on some other ideological issue or some other political issue. That's possible.
You can't differ on facts.
Ultimately, everyone is together.
Can one differ on facts, Mr. Jha?
But not on facts. Let me tell you here. Mr. Pawar has said, according to him, Adani is getting a raw deal. But remember, Pranesh, can I be honest? He gave that interview on an Adani-owned channel.
Now,
and I
come
can tell
on.
you that, I'm sorry, you got to look into that as well. It does raise eyebrows, sir.
Okay, Karan Verma, this is, I didn't expect this, to come from Sanjay Jha. But he is quite reasonable. He says that Pawar gave an interview on a channel, and you heard what he said.
Yes.
Pranesh, the entire opposition
Pranesh, not just NCP, even TMC. Derek O'Brien is on record on 17th March saying that a JPC is not required. In fact, every state government should order an investigation into Adani projects, which the Congress is not doing. Why don't they pull the plug off Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh projects, where they have 85,000 crore projects? So it is not just NCP, but also TMC. And you combine NCP, TMC, I don't know how you can have an opposition without these two. My friend Anirban was saying 63%. Now he is undermining the intelligence of these 63% voters. Do you think they are going to vote for someone who can't agree on a single issue? KCR is on record saying Rahul Gandhi is a buffoon. Rahul Gandhi is on record saying the corrupt KCR government. He's prefixed the word corrupt almost with KCR so many times. So do you think people's intelligence has gone for a long walk and they're going to vote for a cobbled up alliance, and the 63%?
Let Anirban Banerjee respond to that.
They are going to gravitate in one direction.
Yeah, Anirban Banerjee, quickly, 30 seconds.
It is the conviction,
Just a moment.
it is the ideology that people are going to vote for.
During the Manipur election campaign, Mr. Amit Shah was on record stating that the government in Manipur, it is the most corrupt government ever. And as soon as the election results were out, BJP was the first party to forward a letter to them offering support for the new government. Exactly. Right? This is what we have seen. So therefore, who is calling whom a corrupt party or a corrupt government? He is calling this to that. The BJP has the most double standard when it comes to calling somebody corrupt. And in every state where they have called out corrupt leaders in the opposition, the BJP is the first one to take them in and give them big posts.
TMC got 0 seats in Tripura. You guys are saying...
What did Amit Shah call Conrad Sangma? What did Amit Shah say that Conrad Sangma government is? Didn't he say that it is the most corrupt government ever in this country?
You got 0 seats in Goa, 0 seats in Tripura. So please stop, hallucinating. Mungeri lalke haseen sapne dekhna band karo. You guys are limited to a small...
As I told you, this arrogance of yours is going to have a very, very bad conclusion.
Anirban Banerjee, CMC,
anywhere in the world.
Is CMC taking on the BJP, or are you also taking on the Congress? Because I have tweets of, and Karan mentioned it, of Derek O'Brien. He says, why hasn't the Congress done so if it has nothing to hide? Our Congress CM Dalal of Adani, or is Pawar a Dalal of Adani in words of Congress?
Pranesh, the Congress is very clear that the JPC or the Supreme Court committee can investigate all of Mr. Adani's investment in Congress-ruled states, and there is a kickback or there is graft. Please arrest the Chief Minister and please sack the project. I mean, the Congress is being very transparent. Why is the JPC, why is the BJP so scared? The BJP has become the PR firm. The BJP, Mr. Modi's government has become the legal counsel for Mr. Adani, a private industry. Why is the government become the legal counsel and the PR firm of Mr. Adani?
Don't sit here and give a bhashan on politics.
No, 1 minute. Brijmohan Srivastav is back. I think he must have got a call from somebody up in the NCP ranks, because he is not...
I didn't get any, actually, net problem.
Okay, internet problem. Acha, theek hai, Mr. Srivastav, now that you fixed your internet, do you still believe this tweet by Alta Lamba is not directed at Sharad Pawar?
That picture, there are two people. How I can presume?
Let's break down this picture. Who are the two individuals, sir? Kaun hai dono?
To ask you one question. I want to something. 23rd of January, Mr.
I can't actually hear what you're saying. The line is still bad. Chandrasekhar Jha, let me try with you. आपने तो पूरे डिबेट को सुन लिया, आपने तो बोला ही नहीं.
Not only is his internet connection bad, his connection with
मौका मिले तो बोलूं.
नहीं आपका लाइन में दिक्कत थी. झा जी लाइन में दिक्कत थी. हम आपके पास आए भी थे, कोशिश किया था, लेकिन आप जहां हैं वहां पे इंटरनेट की दिक्कत है. तो ये आप मुझे इसके लिए मुझे
मैं बोल सकता हूं अभी.
आप बोलिए ना. मैं आपको सवाल ये पूछ रहा हूं, जो उद्धव ठाकरे ने जो सावरकर के लिए बोला था, वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट क्या था? किसको टारगेट कर रहे थे वो?
देखिए, उन्होंने सीधी तरीके से कहा था कि एकदम स्पेसिफिक तरीके से अगर आप वीर सावरकर के बारे में बोलते हैं तो वी हैव टू स्नैप टाइज, हम लोग गठबंधन में नहीं रह सकते. ये क्लियरली उन्होंने बोला था. उसके बाद सब्सिक्वेंट इवेंट्स भी ये है कि उन्होंने जो है जो कांग्रेस से थे सबसे मिल के बात करके ये चीज इश्यू सॉल्व हो गए. अभी जो इश्यू है वो है सुप्रीम कोर्ट बेस्ड इन्वेस्टिगेशन जो जुडिशरी करेगी, उसके ऊपर क्या रिजल्ट आता है. वी हैव टू वेट फॉर इट. अगर उसमें लगता है कि अगर कोई ऑफेंस हुआ है अदानी ग्रुप की तरफ से, इट शुड बी पनिश्ड.
नहीं, शरद पवार बड़े नेता हैं. आप मानते हैं शरद पवार बड़े नेता हैं?
पार्डन?
आप मानते हैं शरद पवार बड़े नेता हैं?
जी, शरद पवार तो बड़े नेता है. He is a stalwart now in Indian politics.
Okay, so if the stalwart is saying that the Hindenburg report could be a hit job, तो उसका क्या मतलब हुआ?
Pranesh,
may I comment please?
सी देखिए, रिपोर्ट के बारे में अभी कुछ बोलना हम लोग के लिए पॉसिबल नहीं है, किसी के लिए भी पॉसिबल नहीं, बिकॉज इट इज गोइंग टू बी मॉनिटर्ड बाय सुप्रीम कोर्ट एंड दैट
I am not asking you to comment on the report, Mr. Jha. I am asking you to comment on what Sharad Pawar has said. आपको आपका बोलने के समय इंटरनेट ठीक हो जाता है, सुनने के समय शायद दिक्कत हो रही है इंटरनेट, तो ये क्या प्रॉब्लम है पता नहीं. आई हैव नेवर.
नहीं, ऐसी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. आपको ये चीज समझना पड़ेगा कि शरद पवार जी का स्टेटमेंट आया है, उन्होंने कहा है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट मॉनिटर्ड प्रोब जो है इट इज बेटर एंड जेपीसी प्रोब इसलिए बेटर नहीं है बिकॉज द बीजेपी विल हैव द शेयर मच मोर देन द ऑपोजिशन, सो दैट इज इट इज नॉट बेटर. ये उन्होंने कहा.
अच्छा, ये क्या है संजू वर्मा? यू डिड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट शरद पवार मेंट.
Okay, Pranesh, be that as it may, I thought I have great English comprehension and vocabulary skills, but maybe I need to get a ground reality check. Be that as it may, on a more serious note...
No, for that you'll have to go to Cambridge.
Well, let me tell you, I've just done my public policy economics from Oxford, which I think is better than Cambridge. Anyway, let me just tell you one thing, to your audience, that... if you remember, Pranesh, I was in a debate with you and we were debating this about, Rahul Gandhi and the Congress being isolated. If you recall, just a few weeks back, the Trinamool Congress head honcho Mamata Banerjee said that she is looking at forming a third front with the Biju Janata Dal, the Samajwadi Party and with Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi Party. And if you look at the TMC, it got 22 seats in Lok Sabha 2019. Samajwadi Party today has 3 members of parliament in Lok Sabha. Aam Aadmi Party has 0. And the Biju Janata Dal has 12. My limited point is that the third front by Mamata Banerjee totally has just 39 seats. On the other hand, you have Congress which has 52 seats, but neither Uddhav Thackeray is happy with Congress.
No, let's not. Let's not.
So the opposition is a divide.
Let's not get into the numbers again. The larger point is that by saying what he has said, has Sharad Pawar broken ranks after Uddhav Thackeray gave an ultimatum? We've run out of time on this. Karan, sorry I couldn't come to you again. I'll have to take a break. Karan, please understand my compulsions. I'll have to take a break. Sanju Verma, Karan, Brijmohan Srivastav, Sanjay Jha, Mr. Chandrasekhar Jha, Anirban Banerjee, thank you for joining us on the News Hour. Lots more lined up on the other side. Stay with us.